Richard here with Static Flying Football. This is your Week 9 midday games. There's 6 of them, 2 on Thursday, 4 on Friday. Let's jump into it. Should be kind of a high-scoring game here with South Alabama taking on Georgia Southern. South Alabama beat ULM 38-14. Desmond Charter, 184 passing, 3 touchdowns, plus 1 rushing. Kawan Baker, 6 catches, 154 yards, 3 touchdowns. Defensively, they had a pick 6. Georgia Southern lost in a pretty close game to a ranked Coastal Carolina team, 28-14. Shea Werts, 7 of 20, 94 yards, 2 picks, not great. They had 218 total yards. They did have a punt return for a touchdown there. I think this game is going to go back and forth. I expect Georgia Southern to bounce back with their option and get a win over South Alabama, but this could be a pretty close and kind of a high-scoring game. All right, then Colorado State. Fresno State, Colorado State, this is their first game of the year. They have 13 returning starters. Pat O'Brien, quarterback, 2,800 yards last year, 13 touchdowns and 7 picks. Their best receiver, Warren Jackson, he has opted out, so he will not be playing. They have a new head coach in Steve Adazio, so the old passing ways of the old are probably out the window now. Fresno, they lost to Hawaii 34-19. Jay Kaner got his first start, 289 passing, but threw 3 interceptions there. They had 4 turnovers total. Defensively, they had 4 sacks, but they gave up 552 yards of offense. I think this will be kind of close, but I'm going to go with Fresno to bounce back and get the win over Colorado State. All right, 4 Friday games. First of all, Marshall and Florida International. Marshall had actually a pretty close win against Florida Atlantic, 20-9. Grant Wells, 251 passing, 2 touchdowns, but did throw 2 picks. Brandon Knox was really the player of the game, 101 rushing and had a touchdown reception. Defensively, had 5 sacks in this game. FIU, they lost to 1AA Jacksonville State, 19-10. Not much to say. Stone Norton was terrible, 5 of 14, 66 yards and a touchdown. They only had 156 total yards. Unfortunately, I think Marshall's going to be FIU. All right, Minnesota and Maryland. Minnesota had a disappointing loss to Michigan to start off with, 49-24. They had okay individual statistics, but overall couldn't get it done. Tanner Morgan, 197 passing and a touchdown and pick. Muhammad Ibrahim, 140 rushing touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. Rashad Bateman, 9 catches for 101 yards. Maryland was even worse, though. They got demolished by Northwestern, 43-3. Talia Tagovailoa to his brother, terrible game, 94 passing yards, 3 interceptions. They had 4 turnovers in that game. I don't expect this one to be close. I think Minnesota bounces back in a big, big way. All right, kind of a big American game. East Carolina against Tulsa. East Carolina, their last game a couple of weeks ago, they lost to Navy 27-23. The quarterback, Holden Nailers, couldn't play. He was on COVID. He probably will be back this week, but Mason Garcia stepped in. He was okay, 10-20, 104, plus 63 rushing yards and a touchdown. Roger Harris went off for 172 rushing yards and a touchdown. They ran for 268. If they want to beat Tulsa, they got to get that going. Tulsa looks like one of the best teams in American so far. They killed USF 42-13. Zach Smith, 233, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Deneric Prince, 109 rushing, 2 touchdowns. They had 462 yards of offense, forced 3 turnovers, and had a pick 6. I think Tulsa kind of probably keeps it going. This could be a pretty high-scoring game, especially if Holton Nailers does play for ECU. I'll go Tulsa, but I'll put them on an upset alert. All right, and then the final game, Friday night, could be a close game. We don't know. Hawaii, they beat Fresno 34-19. Hawaii is taking on Wyoming. Hawaii, they beat Fresno 34-19. They have a new coach, Todd Graham. He knows how to move an offense and not quite the run and shoot. The quarterback, Shivan Cordero, he passed for 229, but didn't actually pass for a touchdown. However, he ran for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. Miles Reed ran for 109. They ran for 323 yards and put up 552 total yards. Defensively, had 3 sacks and forced 4 turnovers in that game. Wyoming, they lost a really close game to Nevada in overtime, 37-34. Wyoming is actually down 28-6 at one point in this game, came back to tie it. Quarterback Levi Williams came in, 227 passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, plus 2 rushing yards, or touchdowns. Ian Nair, 3 catches, 102 yards. Defensively, 3 sacks and 2 turnovers. This kind of could go back and forth. Wyoming normally has a pretty good defense, but Nevada's air raid offense was able to move it pretty much up and down on them. I'm going to say Hawaii goes on and gets the victory here. All right, those are weekday games. Check out my Week 9 day games, noon, 3:30, and primetime games. Peace.